Welcome to the first day of e-learning. I hope that everybody's doing okay at home and staying safe, but still continuing to cook a little bit as well at home. What I'm going to be doing this week is I've pushed out some assignments on Power School that you can find those underneath the calendar section. It's a choice board of 12 different assignments that you can choose to do 5 of those 12. It doesn't matter what ones you choose. It's completely up to you. Submit those either through Power School, through email, or you can just share it with me Google Docs. So it's totally up to you. They should be pretty straightforward, but also if you have any questions, please let me know. Throughout the week, maybe like 3 or 4 times, I'm gonna try to demonstrate a video of me cooking at home. That way you don't lose any of those cooking techniques. So this morning, what I'm gonna show you is how I make my perfect scrambled eggs. Okay, so I have my mise en place together right now. I have my eggs. I have my cheese, because you can't make scrambled eggs without cheese. I have my cutting board, a knife for cutting my ham. I have a fork for whisking my eggs, and then I have my spices over by the stove because that's how I always add them while I'm cooking, okay? So I've gone ahead and scrambled my eggs, or I'm not scrambled, I've cracked my eggs, I've washed my hands, and I'm gonna go ahead and whisk my eggs together. And I know that we have kind of, in Foods 2, talked about adding things to our eggs. So I always usually add a little bit of milk to mine. And I'm not gonna measure this. If you remember, it is about a tablespoon per egg. So I did 2 eggs. So I'm just gonna eyeball about 2 tablespoons of milk. And then I'm gonna continue to stir and whisk that in. Okay, so that's about whisked in. I'm gonna transfer you over to where we are on the stove. You can kind of see my kitchen is very cute, as one would typically expect. So, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my stove. And I'm gonna take it down. So actually what's kind of cool is that my stove at home is very similar to the stoves that we have at school. So I put it right now on number 4 heat. I've got my soft butter. I'm going to take my, let's see, what kind of spatula do I want to use with you guys today? There's like, I don't know, I probably have like, actually I'll just show you what this looks like. See, there's all of my wooden spoons and spatulas. So yeah, I have a lot. And what's funny is that when people come over to my house, they're like, oh my gosh, you have so many. So sometimes it's kind of hard to choose. Oh, I know, I'll show you these. So these all come in a set. They're called Spurtle, S-P-U-R-T-L-E, and they're amazing. They make them in wood and they make them in silicone. I have both sets. So this is a silicone and they all come together in one set. Some of the wood ones look like this. They're just really, really universal to use. This one's really good for scraping a bowl. If you can see like that edge, it's really awesome. So, but you can use them honestly for anything. Baking, cooking, stirring. This one's good for like decorating a cake. So they're just kind of fun to use. For our eggs today, I can go ahead and use this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take just a little bit of butter, about maybe a tablespoon or so, and put that down in my skillet. So again, I like to get my skillet nice and hot so that it can really cook those eggs nicely. Oh, sorry. Still figuring this out, you guys. All right, so my butter is now added. I'm gonna take those eggs that we already whisked and just pour those. Did you hear that? I'm gonna bump my heat down to 3. Get all of that out. And now I'm just kind of gonna let it cook a little bit. The spices that we're using today are garlic powder, seasoning salt, a little bit of onion powder, and pepper. There's enough salt in the seasoning salt that I don't need to add any extra salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that on right now. I think I did probably about 8 shakes there. And then here's my garlic powder. I go pretty light on the garlic powder because a little goes a long way. Same with the onion powder, but I love pepper, so I'm gonna kind of coat it in pepper. Now I'm gonna take my spurtle and ever so slightly stir that all around. So what it looks like right now, let me show you. And it's cooking kind of quickly, which is totally fine, but I'm gonna turn it down to 2 just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna bring you back over here. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. I know that I said I might add some bacon, but I kind of changed my mind about that. So I don't think I'm gonna add bacon. Right now I'm just adding, my favorite type of cheese is this Borden thick cut. Doesn't matter what flavor of cheese it is. I love the Borden brand because it's really, really nice and thick. So now I'm just stirring together my eggs and the cheese. And now I'm gonna turn the heat off because that pan is pretty hot. Remember that carryover cooking? It's gonna continue to cook the eggs. And you know what? I always say to taste your food, right? But I can tell it. I just need a little bit more seasoning here. Now I always, whenever I make scrambled eggs, make toast with them as well. You're actually propped up on my toaster right now. So I will be making toast here in just a second. Okay, now I'm gonna take you over and get a plate. And if there's anything that you guys wanna make that you think is like very, very special to you, please go ahead and make that. Like I said, this week is kind of different for us and there's really no right or wrong thing that you can make and to show me. And it'll, you know, like we can share it with everyone else or we can just, you can just share it with me. But, okay, so here I have my lovely scrambled eggs. They look really, really tasty. The cheese has melted nicely in there. So I'm gonna go ahead, turn you around. I'm gonna go ahead and make my toast and enjoy my breakfast. Stay tuned for more cooking with Miss Johnson. All right, have a great day, guys. Bye.